Hello YouTube friends, Fred from Inaxsys. I hope you're doing well today. In this video, I'm going to show you a very popular feature in the ICT Protege GX platform, and it's basically how to program door types to have the reader LEDs change color or blink in a very special way with different colors, when the area status will change. Okay, so this is done within the door type properties. Okay, and then please, because I'm not going to cover this in all of the details depending on your application, but basically there is an application note on the ICT.co website, which is application note 271. All right, so this basically shows exactly how to adjust the command for the door type based on the different colors that you want and the different status change that you want the colors to follow. Okay. So in this example, I'm gonna have the two LEDs here to blink, during the exit delay and when the area is armed, and when the area is disarmed, it's gonna go back to the locked blue color, which is the standard color when the door is locked and closed. Okay, so let's have a look at first quickly at the document itself to explain the different variables, and then I'm going to show where to put the variables in the comment section of the door type, and then I'm going to show you the result. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can program this, or at least understanding the app note and how to push this to the GX system. Now I'm showing you quickly the details of the application note in the section that is exactly showing what we can do. Okay, so the command to put in the door type will be something like this. All right, so the palm sign is basically the ID of the function. So it's basically a priority. Okay, so if you have multiple functions that are triggered at the same time, the one with the highest priority will take over the ones below. Okay, in this case, I have only one command in the whole system, so it's always going to be the first. But again, you may want to make sure that this is adjusted properly. So let's say if you want the ARM status to be a top priority, then you can put the highest level, which is basically 0. Okay, and 3 is the lowest. So we can adjust from 0 to 3. Okay, so and then we have the type, which is set to 1 for areas, and at this moment that's the only type that is available. Okay, then there's the database ID of the type itself, which is areas, and in my setup it's going to be ID 0. That's the first area in the system. Okay, and then you have the different conditions. So the conditions we can follow, it's disarm, armed, or when it's in alarm. Okay, maybe when it's in alarm you want it to flash red, and when it's disarm you want it to stay blue, and armed maybe it's going to blink yellow, let's say. Okay, so you just need to understand this section of the application note, and then you create your commands. By the way, the command is assigned to a door type, so if you have multiple doors using the same door type, it's going to blink or change color on all of those readers. Okay, so if let's say the office door has a specific area inside, then you will need to make a door type just for that door. Okay, and then let's say the warehouse door, to follow the area of the warehouse, you have to make a door type for that door as well. Okay, so in this example I'm just using the default door type, so both my readers will change and the colors of the same way. Okay, so again, this was just to quickly show you where to get the application note and how to understand the command. Now let's look at the GX software and where to put the command actually. So under the programming and door type section, in this case I'm using the default card door type, under the command you see I adjusted my function to be priority of 1 out of 3, and then the type is areas, and the database ID of my area is 0. Okay, so that's basically how I made it. So it's going to pulse from yellow, every I think 500 milliseconds or something like that. Okay, so this is where to put the command. Then you save, wait for the download to take place, and then you can test it. All right, so to test and see if I programmed it properly, I want to go to monitoring, the status page view, where I have my office area, and you see as soon as I arm, it's beeping. Obviously that's for the output section of the area, and now it's blinking from yellow to white or off, like that. Okay, so as long as the area is armed, it's going to blink like this. If I disarm it, like that, now it's going back to the lock position. Okay, so again, this is a very popular feature. We get a lot of calls about this in tech support, so I hope this video will help you use this feature on job site. Remember, for this feature to be supported, you need a recent firmware version, which is described in the app note, and the readers needs to be wired in RS-45 mode. Okay, so over a weekend, this is not an option. So remember, we're the Canadian ICT distributor for ICT products, and if you need help with quotes, if you need support, if you need any question for pre-sales, or you need a demonstration on these products, or anything else that Inaxsys is selling, visit the inaxsys.com website. And from there, you can reach the support team or the sales team. All right. Again, thanks for watching. It's Fred Bergeron from Inaxsys.